All right, in this video, we are going to solve these absolute value inequalities over here. So when I was solving an absolute value inequality, you want to simplify it. This one's fully simplified, nothing to combine here. And then you want to start by breaking it down into two different equations, or inequalities, I guess. The first inequality, you're just going to write it exactly the same, and you're just going to get rid of the absolute sign. So just got rid of the absolute sign there, and you just want to solve this regular inequality now at this point. So if I move the -3 to the other side, I'm going to add the 3, which means x is going to be less than 8. For the second inequality over here, you're going to rewrite the left side the exact same, x minus 3. You're going to flip the inequality, so less than turns into greater than, and then you're going to change the other side to the opposite sign. So positive 5 will turn into -5. Now we want to solve this. So I'm going to add 3 on the other side. -5 plus 3 is just positive. Oh no, actually -2. Lastly, we want to see if we can combine these inequalities or if we can write them or we just leave them separate like that. An easy way to do it is to just plot them on a number line. So -2 is over here, positive 8 is over here. X is greater than -2. That's an empty dot because no equal sign. Greater than means I'm going to the right. X is less than 8. Less than means I'm going to the left. So these two inequalities can actually be combined. So it can be written as -2 less than x less than 8. That would be the final solution to this first question over here. Let's take a look at the second question. Pretty similar to the first one. I've just got a negative sign there to make it slightly harder, but no real difference. So let's start by writing the first equation the exact same. Then I'm going to subtract 1 on the other side. And then I'll divide by -2. Now, when dividing by a negative number, remember that the inequality sign is going to change. Anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, always got to change the sign. So first solution is x is less than or equal to -3. Let's do the second solution. So -2x plus 1. Got to flip the sign over here. Then I got to flip what's on the other side. So that becomes -7. Subtract 1 on this side. So -2x less than or equal to -8. Divide by -2. Divide by -2x. Flip the sign here because we divided by a negative number. It's greater than or equal to -8 divided by -2 is +4. So now let's draw this on our number line and see if these can be combined. -3 is here, +4 is here. Less than equals means it's a fill dot because I have the equal signs. Less than means I'm going to the left. Greater than equals, fill dot, and I'm going to the right. These two cannot be combined because they're going in opposite directions. So that would be my final solution to the second question. Let's do the next couple of questions, which are pretty similar, just slightly harder, but just a bit more practice. The third question here, before I can actually get rid of the absolute sign, I need to start by subtracting the 2 on the other side. So simplification first in this one. The rest of the steps are now the same. I'm going to split it into my two equations. Then I'm going to solve each one. So Once I solve them, I'll put them on my number line. Negative 4 over 3, 4x is greater than negative 4 over 3 and less than 4. So these two can be combined. So my final solution over here be small number less than x less than larger number. Basically, x can be anything between negative 4 over 3 and 4. Fourth question here. We have a number on the bottom. We have multiple terms on that side. So two differences. I'm going to start by cross multiplying this 2 over. Since it's a positive value, I don't have to change my sign. But if it was a negative value, I would have to flip that sign. Next, I want to get rid of the absolute sign. So you can do this either in one step or two steps. So x plus 5 is less than equal to, when you add the negative on this side, make sure you put a bracket and include both terms. Oops, actually, this is the positive one, not the negative one. So didn't have to do it over there. Let's redo that. X plus 5, first equation, write it exactly the same. Second equation, when you flip the sign, that's when you put the negative and then you put a bracket here and include all terms in the bracket, or you could distribute the negative to begin with. Now we just have to solve each one, which is not too difficult. Oops, I don't know why I wrote that again, but so I'll move the x terms to the left side and the numbers to the right side. I get x is less than or equal to 1 over 3. Over here, so dividing by a negative number, we flip the sign. So in this case, we have x is less than or equal to for both of them. So these can be combined for sure. Let's put this on a number line. Less than equals to means fill dot, and I'm going to the left. Less than equal to, again, fill dot, and I'm going to the left. So when you have two solutions on a number line going in the same direction, your solution is where they both overlap. So in this question, they both overlap over here, which means my final solution to this question is x has to be less than or equal to 1 over 3. That would be the only solution. You don't include that one over there for this question. And then for the last question over here, we have absolutes on both sides, but don't let that trick you. Basically just the exact same thing. We're going to split it into two equations. First equation, I'm just going to write it the exact same. Second equation, just going to write it with, oops, got to flip the sign, negative sign. And make sure you put a bracket over there and then distribute the negative in. So let's solve this one first. So first solution over there, x is greater than or equal to 4 over 3. And then let's do a second solution. And so dividing by a negative number, we've got to flip the sign. And these are the two solutions over here. So let's put it on a number line, see if we can combine them or not. 4 over 3 is a smaller value, 6 is the larger value. Dots are filled because they're inclusive. Greater than 4 over 3 means I'm going to the right. Less than 4 over 3 means I'm going to the left, which means these two can be combined. So my final solution is 4 over 3 less than x is less than 6. If you made it to the end of this video and you found this content helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.